Hey yo, how's it going guys? It is Lazy Catcher Gamer here, and today I'm back with another Third Age Reforged video. Now today we have a 1v1 pitch battle on a rather flat map. If we look at the factions, we have the Witch Realm of Angmar, played by Apex Celtic, and we also have the Realm of Imladris, played by Riz. So without further ado, let's get straight into the army comps. So the Realm of Imladris, played by Riz. Let's start with the Cav up front. He's got some Noritino. Every video, can't pronounce anything. I'm just going to say Noritino Cavalry. Light Cavalry, big unit. I assume they're playing on large because that's a 63 Cav unit. You know, it's decent size. Then if we also go over here, he has some, oh my god, Gwaith Rochdor, some heavy cavalry, a smaller unit, so I'm assuming some kind of bodyguard unit maybe. Is that his general? I think that is his general. So general's in the cav unit. He has another unit of Noritino cavalry, and on the furthest right flank, quite far up ahead, he's got some Imladris riders as missile cavalry, which are probably going to prove quite useful. If we go over to his front, on the very front line, he's got some Eldar Echtar. I'm not sure how you really pronounce that. A spearman unit holding the front line here. And on this angled left flank, he has some Eldar Quinga, I think. Eldar Kinga, something like that. A bow unit. He's got 2 units of them. Yes, he does. And across the front, he has 4 units of those Eldar Echtar things. On the right, he has some Noritino warriors. Another missile unit. He's got 2. No, he has 1 unit of them, and he also has 1 unit of Eldar Enway Heru Kinga, I think. And then in the very, very back, he has some Imladris Guardians and some Eldar Enway Heru Hatao, I think that is. So that is the Realm of Imladris. Let's go ahead and look at the Witch Realm of Angmar, played by Apex Celtic, whatever you want to say. So on the furthest left, he's got some Witch Realm Inquisitors. I'm going to check. I believe that's his general. That is his general, yeah. Then in the very front, he's got some Goblin Trackers. What's that, 1 unit? Yeah, that is 1 unit of Goblin Trackers. He's got some Gundabad Guard, who's probably some of his best infantry, hanging out away from the main line, you know, separated. Then in the centre, all merged, he's got Angmar Marauders and Angmar Halberds coming across, all the way going down here. You can see the names flicking out. Big unit, 253, and then right on the furthest right, he also has another unit, Gundabad Guard. Then if we go to the cavalry on the right, he's got some Warg Skirmishers and some Warg Riders. So the Skirmishers obviously being a missile unit. So without further ado, let's get straight into the battle and put this at normal speed. Now, as I had this pause whilst I was setting everything up, and I was looking here, and it's quite clear to see that the Realm of Imladris aren't going anywhere. They are definitely playing this defensive. I mean, look at their formation. They've set up what are they called? I was going to say pikes. It's not pikes, not sticks. Like, I was about to say stakes, but that's the thing you kill a vampire with. I don't really know what they're called. I can't remember. They set up defenses on the left and right flank, but for some reason his archers are moving. It is looking like, what's going on over here? Okay, yep, so Angmar are making a push. Obviously they're walking, don't want to waste all the energy out before they even get to the battle. Now, I assumed this would happen, and I think most people would have. He's got missile cavalry. He's playing defensive, but obviously, you know, played quite aggressive with his missile cavalry. So let's see what he does. Are they javelins or bows? They're elves, yeah, they're bows. So let's see what happens here. There we go, going to target the Witch Realm Inquisitors. I assume that's going to be his biggest target, the cavalry, to deal with, because without any, you know, other real cavalry. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. He does. He does have friendly cavalry. What are they again? They're Noritino warriors. They're light cav. So let's see what's going on over here. He's making a right push. Oh, he's just got some Snaggerstalkers. I didn't see them. Oh, he's chasing the... That's not going to be that's not going to be good for Celtic. He's going to waste all the energy. I think what he just needs to do is just to keep his cav, his warg riders around the infantry whilst they're moving up, and just deal with the skirmishers as they move closer or try to get volleys off. What's going on in the back here? Is this the other? Yep, this is the other unit. What are they firing at? Let's find out. The Barrow Whites. I did not see them. I don't think I've ever seen them as a unit. I don't recognise them. They're walking very dead. But obviously I guess that is kind of the point. I mean, look at them. Hunched back, slumped over, you know. So he's got a decent amount of them. He's got like a couple units. That's like 4 or 5 units there. That's a decent amount. But there we go. Rest of his army's trying to catch up. Imladris riders cutting it close. Snagger Stalker's close enough to be able to, you know, get into that animation to do the charge. Obviously, it's not going to pan out. Just getting further and further away. Not sure where he's targeting that. Oh, this could be a mistake. This could be a mistake. Don't get into combat. Oh, that was a mistake. Now he's in combat with the Witch Realm Inquisitors. Still firing that. There we go. Able to get them out only around 5 or 6 casualties. Well, hold on, how big was the unit? 45. Where's the other unit? 63. Oh, okay. So, oh no, that's normal cav. Where's the other skirmish cav? Hold on, is this Elven cav? It's cavalry, but there are orc bodies. I see some Elven guy floating. Hold on, I'm confused here because this is cav. The orcs were riding wargs, but there's orc bodies, and I guess he ran into his own spike stick things, whatever they're called. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure where the orc bodies came from though, unless it was what colour are the Witch Realm Inquisitors' horses? Are they black? Yeah, they are black, and they're not dressed like. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, God, these wargs are just getting hammered. Norrentino cavalry though lost nearly 50 men in this unit, and I can't tell if that's the same unit. Might be, but his heavy cavalry's into play. That's his general right there. Both generals are in the fight right now. There you go. I wonder if we can find them. What does his general look like? What does the Elven general look like? He's got no helmet and he was blonde. Where is he? Spot the general. Oh, he's leaving now. He's had enough of the fight. Where? Did he die? Did he die and did I not see it? Where is he? This was their general, right? I'm confused. There you go. Witch Realm Inquisitors. Oh god. 5 people left in that unit, and luckily the general was one of them. Norrentino cavalry. Hold up, what's going on over there? Ew, he's running into his own. Yeah, big mistake. And they weren't routing either. So here's his heavy cav. I can't find the general though. I'm quite confused. He was in that unit. I swear he was in that unit. I'm not going crazy, am I? Hope not. Right, let's watch this. Right now it's just the armies of Angmar kind of got closer, and I guess this now just becoming a skirmish battle. I have to assume the elves are going to win this one. Looking at it, it looks like they are as well. But Angmar now making a big push. No, they're still walking. They are walking, and they're really packed as well. So just small volleys can, you know, really disrupt these guys. There we go. Returning fire from Angmar. There we go. Archers have fallen back. Spears to take the line. I'm not sure how Angmar and the elves are going to play this, because the elves can get overrun if you kind of just use, like, I won't say it's a glitch. I'd just say it's kind of like a cheap hack. But you kind of just can select loads of units, and if you get like a unit like as big as these ones, 253 in the unit, and then like right clicks of the units move behind, you know, the enemy unit, that they'll like run straight through, and then you can tell them to attack, and they'll be like mixed in like behind with the man in front of them, so it kind of mixes them up. I wouldn't say it's kind of like a glitch. It's more just you know cheap move. Anyway, here we go. Gonna have the... Oh, they're going around to the right. Good play here. I thought this would be an issue, but the Imladris Guardians going in. Here we go. Gonna have a first clash. There we go. God, a massive FPS drop as soon as that clash happened. There we go. The Elven banners flying high. Who's mixed in with them? Is it just the flag bearers of the unit? I can't tell. They got better armor. Surely it has to be the flag bearer. There you go. Spearman putting up a good fight. How many men were in this unit? Was it 120? Oh, this could be a problem though. The halberds getting behind the spears. I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, they're classed as spearmen, but they're kind of like, you know. I don't really know how to explain it. This is kind of like something which, you know, I'd explain in my own words, so I doubt you'll understand me. But, you know, some spears you'd use for charging into people and attacking, but some use defensive. So it's like pikes, but with the spear, you know, the like spearman tag. So, and what I was going to say, so say if these guys were called pikes, and then it would be a real problem for them if this unit right here were managing to get behind them. That could be a real issue for the elves, you know. This left flank is looking like it's crumbled, though. I mean, look, just very thin, and look at the overwhelming force pushing through. I'm not sure how the elves are going to fend off this one. Look, there's like, what, two or three guys thick line here? And just look at the orcs, there's like at least 6 or 7, and it still goes back. They still got all these guys back here. Do they have any reserve, or have they put everyone in? They put most people in. These guys are basically routed anyway. Cavies. Oh, these guys doing the shooting circle. Yeah, that's an option. Never works for me. I don't know why it always glitches out whenever I try it. Let's see what's this? They're just some snagger archers. What about... Okay, some goblin trackers. Not much really going on outside of the fight except for the cav. The Imladris Guardians are doing well to hold off here. Especially against halberds. Halberds are, you know, decent attacking. Especially the ones from Dol Amroth. The Dol Amroth halberds. Can't remember what they're called, but I've used them before and they are fantastic. Really good unit. So, elves do have a little bit in reserve here. The Eldar... What is that? Eldar Kinga? I want to say. Obviously, we all know how bad I am at pronunciation, but let's see what they're firing at. Let's follow the arrows. Okay, firing at the barrow whites, I'm assuming, because that's what they hit. They're very slow. Can these guys run? Is there an option for them to, you know, like double time it? I'm not sure if there is. I mean, they were with the main line, and they haven't even entered the battle yet. They're just about to, though. There we go. Wonder how good these guys are. Oh wow. That elf is screwed. That elf is screwed. Not that. Jesus, he's taking hits. He is taking hits like mad. But look, oh, this is one problem I have playing with the elves against an orcish faction. Like, your infantry is, you know, undoubtedly stronger, but you just get overwhelmed. Units get round you, units get to the side of you, like you're completely surrounded and overwhelmed. There's not much you could do. Like, even the best units surrounded struggle. I mean, I think the exception of, I think I've seen the Dwarven Mithril Guards surrounded by like a full unit before, like fully surrounded, and they won. I think, yeah, it was the Mithril Guard. I do remember. It was in one of the battle replays actually. I think it was my most popular video, the elf and dwarf one on that hill with 1.5k views. I can't remember what the exact situation was, but they were surrounded and they managed to pull through, and that's the only unit I've ever seen which is, you know, been able to win whilst being surrounded. But obviously we all know the dwarves have the best infantry in the game. So here we go. The spears have been, either they've been reinforced or they just survived that fight, and the orcs have, you know, like pissed off elsewhere. Where have they gone? Did they kill them all? There's like no bodies here. It's like 20, 30 bodies. Bear in mind the units for the orcs were like 230. Wow. I've just noticed. God, look at all this. Well, I wouldn't say massacre, but there's a lot of dead bodies over here. A lot. What was going on over here? Is this Elven cavalry? Yeah, this is the skirmish cavalry. Yeah, they've got the quivers on their back. Charging. I can't tell what they were charging. Maybe just the orcish infantry. As well over here, I think this is where the goblin trackers were skirmishing. Yeah, it was. You can see their bows. So they got, you know, skirmished to death. There you go. Barrow Whites still haven't entered the fight yet. I don't really know what's going to happen here. This centre is getting pushed hard. He's put his archers in now. Riz's entered his archers into the fight. But I'm not sure how it's looking for the elves, because their numbers are thinning, except for here. They got thick lines here, but, you know, like, quite a decent amount of men there. But I'm not really sure how it's going to play out, because, look, they're just getting overwhelmed. I mean, look, these marauders are behind. They could just literally, you know, attack these guys in the back right now, you know, make it a two-pronged attack, but obviously we all know that pathfinding is a little bit dodgy in this game. You gotta see what's happening here. Imladris Guardians still holding off. I can't remember how big their unit was. Was it like 90? Maybe 100? I can't remember, because I'm not sure if this is one of the units where it's like one of the like special ones, so it has, you know, less people in, like for example the Mithril Guard, because you have like, I'm gonna take the Dwarves as an example. Obviously you have like their normal infantry, like if you know, I think it's Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, but they have like the First Legion, like Axe Guard or something like that. I can't remember like what order it goes in, but there's like an Axe Guard, a Spear Guard, like a two-handed axe, or a one-handed axe with a shield one. There's like 4 in total. I can't remember which one's which, but that's like their standard infantry. Then they have like Hammers of Gundabad, for example, which are good, but they're not like, you know, their numbers aren't taken down massively. But then you have like the really, really special units. I think the units which are smaller are intended for bodyguard units, like the Mithril Guard, for example, and their numbers are reduced down to like 30 if you're playing on unit size small or medium, I think it was, when the rest of the infantry has like unit sizes like 80, 90, maybe 100. I can't remember exactly how it works out. It's been a while since I've actually played a game. I remember when I first, you know, started doing this, we you know, every replay I recorded was a battle I've played, but now thanks to a lot of people are actually sending me in, like, I've got like 10 replays. Well, actually no, that's like a lie. I think I've got like 6 replays in my box, but there's also like 3 or 4 which I haven't even downloaded yet, so I've got plenty. There we go. What happened here? Oh god, the line. Wow, in such a short amount of time, the line crumbled, and these spears, only 17 left, surrounded on all sides, about to be attacked by halberds, marauders. They're 13, they're losing. They've lost 5 guys in like a couple of seconds. They're done for. Unfortunately, I think the elves are just getting, you know, what's the word? Overwhelmed. Except for on this side, the Eldar Enway Herikunga, I think it is, almost surrounding the Gundabad Guard. This is interesting. The Gundabad Guard with 68 people left in, and the Elven unit with 75, although they are a missile unit. But we have seen some missile units which are, you know, also so good in combat, they're better than like some decent heavy infantry units. Just look at the massacre here. Maybe I should still find a good screenshot. I like this one. There's fighting going on in the background. That's always a good one. Barrow Whites finally in the battle. Not doing anything, they just stood there. What weapons are they using? Are they all using axes? And that guy's got a sword. I can't remember what the not the lore, but it's been a while since I've watched the films. I can't remember like how the Barrow Whites first appear. I'm not sure if it's the Barrow Whites are the ones who appear when Aragorn goes into like that cave with like Legolas and Gimli, and then they're like the dead men. No, it's not the Barrow Whites. Of course, I remember in a replay I watched they're like a glowing green unit. God damn it, Barrow White. That's so familiar, but I just can't peg it. I know everyone's gonna hate me in the comments now for not knowing what the Barrow Whites are. I remember the name the Whites, like not White Walkers of Game of Thrones, like in Lord of the Rings. Were they the ones that? I wonder if they were the ones who attacked. Who did they attack up on that like big, I don't know, big castle mountaintop thing, and then the female elf came and like unlaunched like a fucking Lord of the Rings nuke. That might have been them, because they were wearing the same clothes. They just, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. It's annoying me now though, because it's in the back of my mind, but I can't remember it, and it's a pain. Hold up. The heavy cavalry has only got 1 left. So where's the elven general? Because we saw that guy. We saw that guy. That was definitely a general. I can't peg where. Oh. Hold up. What's going on here? Where are they? Oh, they're there. They're crouching. Oh, they almost blended in with the dead bodies. Surprised they're not routing. Only 2 left. I still wonder what's going to happen. The spearmen have got about 70 left, and there's another unit mixed in there somewhere, I think. Yeah, the missile units have 17 left, so... Taking on 100... Oh! Oh, an archer just killed the Angmar general. That's interesting. That is interesting indeed. I'm still trying to find this elven general. Oh! Oh wait, no, he's just a plump archer. This can't be their general. Is this their general? No, surely. Hold up. Does every other unit have one of these, like, flag bearer general looking type things? I need to find an elven unit which isn't getting molested right now. God, I didn't know that might be the general. I didn't notice it if it is. Oh, and he's gone. He disappeared. Wow, God, this is bugging me, but actually I don't know which one the general is. They do make it quite clear, it's just annoying because, I don't know, they're always mixed in the heat of the battle, sometimes you can never find them. Wow, I really thought the elves were going to lose this one, but they pulled it back. I think the problem is about these orcish factions is that they got really low morale. I mean, that's a unit of 42 and that's a unit of 45. Those 87 soldiers could have been useful. Even if there's just 87, they could have at least taken out, like, half as many elves as that. There we go, the Gundabad spearmen, they're getting surrounded. The Eldar Enway have only lost, what was it, 11? Did they have 75? Yeah, they did. They've lost 11, and these guys, the Gundabad Guard, have lost, like, 40, I think it is, about. Wow, I'm surprised the elves are actually pulling this. I don't know where they got these more units from. Did I just miss them, or did... Because my main puzzle here is what happened in the middle. Because they were fighting, there was a big row of fighting, then I came back over and it was just completely empty somehow. So I'm really not sure what happened there. Anyway, Eldar Menway, Herod, whatever, just this spearman unit. Destroying the Barrow Whites. This guy doesn't look too happy. Look at his face, you can see like his... No, turn around. Look at their faces. That is scary. Also kind of cool at the same time. There you go. I wish you could, like, I wish there was a button you could press, like, go down to, like, ground level in the sense that, not like a spectator camera, so it could be like this, but you can, like, first person camera one of the guys fighting. Imagine if you could, like, first person one of the guys fighting and then become then and fight. Obviously that kind of would be a bit OP, I guess, because if you know how to fight in this game, even though that doesn't exist yet, you could just, like, kill an entire unit on your own, but, I don't know. That would be a cool feature. Not something I want necessarily, just, you know, something which I think would be cool. Although if they added it, I think it would kind of ruin the game, to be fair, because not as many people would want it. And how it would work in, like, multiplayer, like, can you just take control of many people as you want, that kind of thing. Too confusing. Gee, look at this massacre over here. The Cav had a massive clash. It's got to be at least 100 dead things. Dead wargs and Cav and elves over here. God, this was a clash. So how did I miss this? There we go. Where's the main line at? This was the main fighting. I guess the most deaths took place right there, where my cursor is. And probably there. Are they still fighting over there? They are. The Gundabad Guard, only 17 left. Putting up a decent fight, though, for being surrounded. Wow. The elves have got... The elven units over here are packed. I don't know how they didn't get overwhelmed. I really thought they would. That's interesting. Let's speed this up a little bit. Let's scroll down here. Barrow Whites slowly diminishing. Quite slow though. They're putting up good for light infantry. Their numbers are going down really slow. Well, now they're going down a little faster, but still quite slow for a light infantry unit, which are slow. Slow as hell. There you go. The elves are exhausted now, but I think that about wraps it up. I think they're done. Yeah, the elves. Wow, I'm really surprised the elves won that, actually. I really thought Angmar was going to overwhelm them. There we go. There goes it. There we go, everyone's cheering now. That guy wasn't, but he did at the end. Jeez! Elves killed 3,400 men. Wow, I didn't know Angmar deployed nearly 4,000 men. Casualties inflicted. Oh my god, the Eldar Ranway Herakunga, that was the... Damn it. I think that was the armoured spear, you know. I think it was... Hold up, if I can get him in the corner of my screen. I think it was those guys, where my cursor is now. And get in... Hold up, what was it? 532 kills. I think that's the most kills I've ever seen a unit get in a battle. And 423 for the Eladris Guardians. The most I've seen before that was, like, high 200s, like 280, 290. Wow. What a good performance, though, by the Elves. I really wasn't expecting them to win, especially with how thin their lines were. And I thought Angmar was going to overpower them, but they did really well. Angmar player did decent as well. I think he spent too many units, too much time, and too much energy trying to chase the missile cav, because there's no point in chasing missile cavalry with infantry. Not sure if he just, you know, couldn't micromanage as well and wasn't, you know, paying attention, but hey. Wow, I think that wraps it up, guys. So, thank you guys ever so much for watching. There'll be links in the description for my Discord. I hope you guys do join that. I would say it's active. It's kind of active. kind of. But once more people are in there, it will be more active. So, yeah, join the Discord down below. Please do subscribe. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Like, absolutely anything. Feedback, what you want to see. If there's any factions you want me to do replays on, any certain scenarios, you can, if you can, you can write a scenario down in the bottom, and if I like the idea or can have the resources to put it together, then we could play it out. I don't know, whatever you guys want. So yeah, please do like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord obviously, and thank you guys ever so much for watching. It's been your boy Lazy Couch Gamer, and peace.